You know, we're all told the same thing, right? That your vision getting worse is just a normal part of getting older, that it's basically inevitable. Well, what if I told you that's not the whole story? Today we're going to dig into the idea that your eyesight isn't failing because of your age. It's failing because it's literally being starved by things hiding in your food. Let's really look at what's going on here. So just think about this for a second. Do you find yourself kind of dreading driving at night? Or, holding your phone or a menu just a little bit farther away to get the words in focus? These little things, they feel so random, but what if they're all connected?
Take a look at this list. Does any of it ring a bell? That weird, filmy haze over your vision when you first wake up, needing to turn on every light in the room just to read. Colors that just seem duller. And oh, the glare from headlights at night with those big halos. If you're nodding along to any of these, we're going to explore the idea that these are not just signs of aging. No, they're biological alarm bells, your body telling you something is wrong on a chemical level.
So what is this silent enemy then? Well, it turns out there's a single, underlying process that links all these different symptoms together. And it all comes down to what's happening deep inside your cells.
The culprit is something called oxidative stress. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like biological rust. Think about it. Every single day, your cells are being attacked by these unstable molecules. Now, normally, your body has defenses, antioxidants, that can clean up the mess. But when the damage starts happening way faster than the repairs can keep up, well, that's when things really start to break down.
And I love this analogy. It just makes so much sense. Picture a brand new, shiny bicycle chain. It's smooth, it's flexible, every single link just glides perfectly. Now, imagine you left that same chain outside in the rain for a few years. What happens? It gets rusty, stiff, brittle. The links start to fuse together and eventually it just snaps under pressure. That rusting process, that is exactly what oxidative stress is doing to the super delicate tissues inside your eyes.
Okay, so if oxidative stress is the rust, what's hitting the accelerator pedal? What's causing all this damage in the first place? Well, we're about to go full detective mode and unmask 3 hidden culprits in our modern diet. And the first one, you might think you already know it, but I bet you don't.
So culprit number 1 is refined sugar. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, I don't really eat that much sugar. But here's the thing. It's hiding in places you would never, ever expect. Even in foods that are screaming at you from the label about how healthy they are.
Just listen to this quote from a guy named Darnell. It's staggering. He thought he'd done everything right. Cut out the candy, the soda, all the obvious stuff, but his morning granola, his protein shake, his whole wheat bread, even the pasta sauce he was using for dinner, they were absolutely loaded with it. He was eating over 20 teaspoons of added sugar a day and had no idea.
So what is all that hidden sugar actually doing inside your eye? This breaks it down perfectly. First, you get these massive glucose spikes. Then, this nasty process called glycation happens, where sugar molecules literally latch onto the delicate proteins in your eye's lens, and they never let go. These bonds create these clumpy things, and that's when you get cataracts. The lens gets cloudy and starts scattering light instead of focusing it. That blurry, cloudy vision, that's a cataract.
All right, let's move on to culprit number 2. And I gotta tell you, this one is a real shocker for a lot of people. We're talking about the so-called healthy starches that we've all been told to eat for decades.
Let's talk about Ruth Ann. Listen to her diet. Oatmeal for breakfast, whole wheat toast, brown rice with dinner. She sounds like a model patient, right? She thought she was doing everything perfectly, but her night vision was getting worse and worse. And the problem was that these healthy starches were just breaking down into sugar in her body almost as fast as the candy she was avoiding.
And here it is. The proof is right here. This chart shows the glycemic index, which is just a fancy way of measuring how quickly a food jacks up your blood sugar. Now look at this. Look closely. Whole wheat toast has a GI of 74. Now look at pure table sugar. It's only 65. Let that sink in. Her healthy breakfast was spiking her blood sugar even more than just eating a spoonful of sugar. It's wild. Okay, let's get to our third and final culprit. And this one might be the most widespread of them all. We're talking about those industrial seed oils. Canola, soybean, corn oil. The stuff that's in pretty much every single packaged and processed food on the shelf.
So the whole problem here comes down to this crazy imbalance. Check this out. For basically all of human history, we ate 2 types of fats, omega-6 and omega-3, in a really healthy, balanced 1-to-1 ratio. But look at the modern diet.
Look at that bar. We have completely skewed that ratio to a shocking 20-1, and almost all of that overload is coming from those cheap industrial seed oils.
So why does that even matter? Well, think of it like this. Your retina needs good, stable omega-3 fats to build healthy, flexible walls for your eye cells. But when you're flooded with all these unstable, processed omega-6 fats, they shove the good guys out of the way. It's like trying to build a house with rotten wood. Your body is forced to build shoddy, weak cell walls that are super prone to that oxidative damage we talked about. They just can't support clear vision.
Okay, so that was a lot about the problem. A little bleak, I know. But here's the really great news. Your body is incredible, and it's constantly rebuilding itself. So now, let's flip the script. Let's talk about the solution, about the specific foods and amazing nutrients that can help you fight back and actually protect your vision.
So let's meet the all-star team for your eyes. First up, you've got lutein and zeaxanthin. You find them in dark leafy greens, and they basically act like internal sunglasses, filtering out damaging blue light. Then there's astaxanthin from wild salmon. It's this super powerful antioxidant. Your lens is also soaking up vitamin C like a sponge to fight that biological rust. And zinc from things like pumpkin seeds is absolutely crucial for all the protective enzymes in your retina to do their jobs.
And hey, here's a really important tip. Those amazing nutrients like lutein and zeaxanthin, they're fat soluble. That means your body literally cannot absorb them without some fat. So just eating a plain salad isn't enough. You have to eat your kale or spinach with a source of healthy fat, like a good olive oil or some avocado, to actually unlock and absorb all those benefits.
So we've identified the bad guys, we've highlighted the superheroes, now let's put it all together. Let's make this a super simple, super clear action plan that you can literally start using with your very next meal. You know, when you look at it like this, it's actually pretty simple. It really just boils down to this. On one side, we stop feeding our eyes the things that cause the rust, the refined sugars, the processed starches, and those terrible seed oils. And on the other side, we start actively feeding them the good stuff, the building blocks they desperately need. Dark leafy greens, tons of colorful veggies, high-quality proteins, and stable, healthy fats.
So here's the real takeaway from all of this. Your eyes are not just on some fixed path to failure. They are living, breathing tissue, and they respond directly to what you put in your body, meal after meal, day after day. So the real question isn't about your age or your genetics. The question is, what are you going to choose to feed them tomorrow?